Hey there, and welcome to my channel, Jupiter Sunrise. I am here with a quick twin flame talk, and I want to talk about communication. Okay, so I know that communication is promised to many of us. Some of us are getting communication, and maybe it's not going exactly how you expected. You're like, he's not coming out with all his feelings. He's not, he's arguing with me, or he'll come in with some good energy and then boom, he's gone again. Or maybe you're not hearing from him all. Okay, all types of levels of communication. What I want to say is that you remember that you're a twin flame when you're communicating with your masculine. Understand that this is not a relationship like a soulmate connection. You know, this is not about relating. This is about connecting. This is about balance and alignment. Okay, and so for those who are receiving communication, don't be surprised if it comes with strong sexual innuendos. Okay, if he's coming at you with strong sexual energy, it's up to you and your comfortability to decide, what's acceptable or whatever. But just know that twin flames have a strong magnetism, have a strong sexual attraction. So if he's showing you his sexual side, okay, especially if he is a fire sign, this is an indication that he has a lot of care for you, okay, that he wants to be with you, he wants to be close to you, he wants to be intimate. He may, he's on his twin flame journey too, so you have to accept him for that he is, learning, unlearning, clearing karma, making decisions, really going through different things. So he may not be able to just commit to you, or he may be broke and he doesn't want you to know, or you have to be somewhat forgiving to him. But the fact that he's coming on to you in a sexual manner, it's actually a positive thing. So it's up to you, to decide how much you want to play with him, because I'm sure that he will love it very much if you give him some sexual energy back. And in my connection, I don't mind a little bit of sexual banter, but I do have a standard for what I'll actually do in the physical, and it definitely, make it right. You know what I'm saying? Make it right. But yeah, so communication, okay, could come in sexual. Don't be alarmed and try not to push it away. If you push it away, like, ew, I don't like that, or don't talk to me like that, you could put distance in between your next communication. But if you are able to kind of play along with him a little bit, even if you're like, haha, no, you know what I'm saying? Just be sweet about it. Be loving, being nurturing, because he's opening it up, okay? I think that's really what I want to say, is that's him opening up. And, in my most recent communication with my masculine, he even shared with me, like, he got real sexual with me, but we've argued. So this is why I'm telling you that I'm talking from experience. We've argued over, him being a little too explicit with me, and me having this standard, this feeling like, you need to tell me you love me first. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm highly sexual, excitable too, but, just not wanting to be used for sex, right? But oh, what happened was, as soon as he said something, he's like, don't be offended. Okay? He's like, just give me a simple yes or no. My answer was no. But still, he also added, he's like, I trust you. And so that made me feel more like, okay, comfortable having the conversation with him. And I feel like it has brought us closer together and into more of a secured position in union, because he's not retreating. You know what I mean? He's like, okay, I can talk fantasy with her, okay, maybe I can talk about, sexual fantasy was one thing. What about family fantasy? What about, future fantasy? Maybe we can talk about those things. And that actually just came to me right now, that that could become next. My reward, is getting more of that union conversation going so that we can start manifesting it, because it's all about our thoughts. Okay, so I want to stick to the topic of communication. Be sweet to your masculine. Okay, stand your ground. That doesn't mean you give him everything he wants. Okay, it just means that you're not bitchy. That if he comes back after, you know, several weeks of no communication, you're not like, well, where were you? Well, why? What? You could have called me. You could. I felt all those feelings, ladies. Okay, I felt all of those feelings. And what my masculine does is he'll put a lot of time to, by the time he hits you up, you're just like, hi. You know, and, you know, that's just what's happened in my connection or whatever. And it's ultimately been good for me because it gives me the time and space to get over my ego. Okay, so that, ladies, divine feminines, we have to get over our own egos too. You know, my divine masculine has a huge freaking distorted ass masculine ego, okay? But I had to take a look at myself. Well, do I have a huge ass distorted ass divine feminine ego? And as I realized that and accepted that I wasn't perfect, and that, you know, my expectations, my you know, my wanting what I want over his life, you know what I mean? Because I want him to be a part of my life, that was also, you know, a toxic energy as well, and something that I needed to transmute. And as I've begun to transmute that energy, I've seen progress in my union. So be sweet to your masculine, okay? And forgiving him, accepting him, understanding that he does not owe you anything. He doesn't have to make his life decisions based on you. And as much as we want him to, you know, as much as you feel it's perfect, as much as whatever it is you feel you're so entitled to from him, let it go, you know, because it's not, you know. Is it wish fulfillment in the astrals? Yes. So understand that it's wish fulfillment in the astrals, and it will manifest if you allow it to, by giving that space for it to manifest and trusting. So therefore your energy is in a receptive energy. And okay, so be receptive when you communicate. Smile when you text. If you decide to reach out to your masculine, don't reach out when you're feeling cranky or worried. You know, do it when you're in energy where you could just send him a quick love note and you don't need a response. Because just because he liked it, he may not know how to respond, and you have to be able to control that energy within your own self, that, you know, just because he didn't respond doesn't mean, you know, he doesn't love you or care about you or happy to hear from you, you know. And you just have to know in your heart. And you know it in your heart because you did it with good intentions. You didn't do it for a response. You did it because you wanted to give love and good energy to your masculine. So when you communicate with your masculine, make sure you're doing it with the intention of giving him love and being sweet and good. He needs that. You know, if you have a super powerful, strong masculine like I do, you will have to find a balance within your feminine energy. You will have to be strong and powerful and submissive. Okay? And nurturing and loving and caring, you know, and allow him to be an emperor, that daddy energy that you love so much. Okay, so I'm gonna see, let's pull a few cards. I'm gonna pull from the Tarot of Sexual Magic. Just a few cards in regards to twin flame communication. Okay, so twin flame communication. Let's get 4 cards. We'll wrap this up. Twin flame communication. Twin flame communication. Twin flame, twin flame. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Twin flame, twin flame. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Twin flame, twin flame, twin flame. Twin flame, twin flame, twin flame. Communication. Communication. Okay. Whoopsies. Twin flame, twin flame. So we got the Queen of Wands came out like I had seen earlier. I don't know if she's putting her clothes on or taking her clothes off. but she's getting naked for him. So the Queen of Wands comes in, and she's passionate and she's ready. He's naked. He's like, okay, you know. I see some sort of chain link. I don't know what that is. But she's taking her clothes off and she's like, okay, I'm ready. You want to see? You know? Playful, fun energy. Twin flame communication. I was like, what the hell did I ask? Communication. So, communicate like the Queen of Wands. You know what I'm saying? Be playful, banter, you know, but still powerful. Like, I'm telling you something. Like, I'm like, yes, masculine, I will do that. Yeah, masculine, let me know when you want to come through. But I know that he's scared of me. and that he, like, I know when he's not in his king energy. So, you know, but you can still be nice to him even if he comes at you like a knight, okay? So yeah, be playful and sexy. Playful and sexy, you guys. Playful and sexy. Twin flame communication. The Hierophant came out. In this picture, it's two women coming up to this gentleman. This is like submission to me. This is also telling me roles, you know, traditional roles of man and woman. I definitely feel this from my masculine, of him wanting to be in control, be powerful, wanting his feminine to be submissive. But I say that, you know, as you are connecting with your masculine, come at him in the feminine way. Come at him feminine way. Don't come at him like, where you been at, masculine? You know, don't do that. Just be like, I missed you. Okay? Come at him in a feminine way. Submit to that masculine energy. You know, unless you want to freaking fight or not here for him. Okay? And this is not about like being a sucker or nothing like that. It's about being a divine feminine and working it. Okay. 5 of Wands. Okay. So, 5 of Wands. So, like, let me see. Let me show you the pic. Now, 5 of Wands is like conflict or competition. So, in regards to communication, the masculine does not want you talking to someone else. He does not want to be replaced. You know, he does not want to be replaced, and he wants to be, he doesn't want this to be him. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't want to be the one looking on and seeing you flirting with somebody else on your Facebook, or God forbid, actually get into a relationship with someone. You know, he wants to be the one. And so this is why he's going to come forward, because he wants to be the one. I've had definitely plenty of, him and I have tried to make each other jealous in our conversations and communication also, so this can also be something that is a message for someone, like, you know, if he tries to make you jealous or whatever, just know that's what he's doing, and it's up to you how you want to respond, you know what I mean? It's up to you how you want to respond. Sometimes you have to be like, fuck you, masculine, and sometimes you have to be like, pretend like you didn't hear something, or, you know, just, it depends on you, but come from the heart space and come with the twin flame connection in mind, knowing that this is about alignment. So if you want to align, you know, sometimes you have to bend your own rules a little bit. It doesn't mean that you sell yourself out. It just means more like, you know, you realize, okay, you're on level 11, okay, but he's on level 8. And you're like, well, I want to align with him for a bit. So I'm going to go down to level 8, okay? Now, if you're like, level 8 is grimy, then you go back to where you go back up. Or you say, hey, level 8's cool, but let's go up to level 9. Let's go to level 10. You know what I'm saying? So, you're a twin flame. Like, this is your job to figure this shit out. One more card for communication. It's your job to master, you know, love. It's your job to master the art of loving without conditions. Just being able to love without expectation. Okay? So what came out here is the Five of Pentacles. And I know that normally Five of Pentacles were like, you know, somebody's left out in the cold, but to me this looks like the secret garden in this card. Communication sometimes might have to be slick, quick, passionate, behind the other lover's back, behind, not in secret, you know what I mean? But it's romantic, it's truthful, okay? It's important. It's helping the connection to grow. So each conversation that you have, and I got that from these flowers here. Flowers mean a lot in my connection, actually. But, you know, just helping it to grow. Communication is helping to grow. Each interaction, even if it ends up being an argument, okay? Even if you don't hear from, even if you don't hear from them for a minute or whatever, each communication helps. So enjoy it, and be sweet about it if you want to keep it around, Divine Feminine. And Divine Masculines, if I have any masculines watching, be respectful, and just know that we want to hear from you, and we want the truth. You know, we just want the truth. Honestly, we will accept you as you are, okay? And if it's truly something that we have to part ways in regards to, it's just because it's not in alignment, you know, or you know, but just honesty matters. Honesty is healing, okay? So thank you so much, and that's what I have to say right now about twin flame communication.